Welcome learners, it's week 3 lecture 12 and in this lecture we will talk about in detail a classical form of performance called Bharatnatyam. In the previous lecture we talked about Lokadharmi and Natyadharmi, the difference between the two for clarity, and briefly we discussed Kathak as a classical form. Now further to understand Natyadharmi in detail, we will explore the Bharatnatyam as a classical form in this particular lecture. Moving ahead, so primarily this lecture will cover the origin and development of Bharatnatyam, its major characteristics, and we will talk about the pioneers of Bharatnatyam, the artist, well-known artist, and at the end we will discuss the major challenges faced by the artist in this art form. Let us move ahead and let us see the origin of Bharatnatyam as a classical form. If we go back and see the historical context of it, we find Bharatnatyam is one of the oldest classical dance forms in India, which evolved from the ancient temple dance tradition called Devadasi Pratha, which was particularly situated in the Tamil Nadu region. The term Bharatnatyam is derived from three key elements. Bha stands for bhav, which means emotion, ra for rag, the melody, and ta stands for tal, means rhythm, which reflects its intricate integration of expressive storytelling through dance and music. So, Bharatnatyam, which comes from the regions of Tamil Nadu, is a dance form which is combined with music, instrument, songs, and also incorporate storytelling. Is originally it was known as Dasi Attam. Later on it was refined, made sophisticated, and was called Bharatnatyam. Originally, the performers of Bharatnatyam were Devadasis. The Devadasis were considered as devotee and completely dedicated to serve the god, the deity in the temple. Normally, the performances by Devadasis used to take place twice in a day, in the morning and another in the evening. And they were completely dedicated in the service of God. Other than dance, the other things related to the temple, the services towards God, they were completely dedicated to, and they were restricted. They were not allowed to marry to a mortal being, since they were considered as married to the god itself. So, Devadasis were the performer of Bharatnatyam, which was also called earlier Dasi Attam, that served not only as a form of entertainment but also as a medium for spiritual expression and storytelling, often depicting Hindu mythology and philosophy. Here, before we talk in detail the style and performance of Bharatnatyam, we need to know the Devadasi custom which was existing in the ancient times. The word Devadasi is derived from Dev, which means deity, god, and Dasi stand for devotee, the one who is in service of the deity. Hence, the word Devdasi or the women who were called Devdasi were dedicated to the temple, and they also served as caretakers who used to perform rituals and also dance to honor and worship the deity. They were considered to be married to the deity, hence they were considered as eternally married and free from widowhood. A Devdasi who was considered to be married to the deity, to the god, to the Krishna, will never get widow as she is forever married. And symbolically, to identify the one who is Devdasi, they used to wear a thick gold chain that was suggesting that they are the Devdasis dedicated to the deity, and their status in the society amongst the masses were highly respectable, but it degraded, but their image was spoiled, their image was destructed in the times of British colonial period, where it was not understood by the Britishers, the custom was misunderstood, and from there we see there is a change in the status, and it was finally restricted. The Devdasi custom was completely restricted and was not allowed after freedom of India. So, primarily Bharatnatyam is a dance form which is characterized by its fixed upper torso, bent legs, intricate footwork and expressive hand gestures. The mudras are very important in Bharatnatyam. It is specific and stylized. It is highly codified, that conveys various emotions and narratives, which is making it a rich visual art form, and it creates rasa. In Bharatnatyam performances, vibrant costumes are used. Traditionally, these costumes are made of silk along with intricate jewelry and makeup that enhance the dancer's expression and add to the overall visual spectacle. Their vibrant costume and stylized jewelry and makeup make them unique and distinct as Bharatnatyam artists. While rooted in tradition, Bharatnatyam has evolved to incorporate contemporary themes and global influences, making it a dynamic art form that continues to resonate with audiences worldwide today. Bharatnatyam is globally known art form from India. Various initiatives were taken by many reformers and artists to revive this art form, and it survived. It is popular amongst the masses who like classical performance and they have an artistic taste for classical performances, and there are various artists who are highly respected, are involved into it. Let us see who are the pioneers of Bharatnatyam. At least some of them we will be talking about here. For example, Rukmani Devi Arundale, who was born in 1904, that is the beginning of 20th century. She pioneered the revival of Bharatnatyam in the early 20th century. She redefined the dance form, emphasizing its artistic and spiritual aspects, and founded the Kalakshetra Foundation in 1936, which became a major center for dance education. So, the contribution of Rukmani Devi is very important, as she redefined this dance form, standardized it and revived it for the future generation by establishing a school also for it, so that the art survives through the artist and the efforts taken by them, which is very important since it's one of the oldest dance form existing in India. So the revival was very much required at the time when she took this initiative. Another pioneer of Bharatnatyam, revival of it, is done by Mala Saraswati, who is renowned for her expressive performances, as she herself is a Bharatnatyam artist. She is renowned for her expressive performances and mastery of traditional techniques. She played a crucial role in bringing Bharatnatyam to concert stages and influenced many future dancers with her authentic style. So, she is another pioneer of Bharatnatyam who revived it and used with great mastery the traditional techniques and brought it to the stage of various kinds, including concert stage, by setting an example for the future Bharatnatyam artist. So, some other important artists are there. Their contribution is remarkable in the field of Bharatnatyam in its revival specifically. We have Vazuhur Ramya Pillai, who promoted the Vazuhur style of Bharatnatyam, which emphasized theatricality and storytelling. His efforts helped to popularize the dance form among a wider audience. We also have Sanjukta Panigrahi, who is known for her innovative interpretations and efforts to blend traditional Bharatnatyam with contemporary themes. She also contributed significantly to the international exposure of the dance form and popularized it at the global level. These artists not only preserved Bharatnatyam but also adapted it, revived it, ensuring its relevance and vitality in the modern cultural landscape. Without their efforts, this art form could have died, but through their efforts, revival, adaptation in the modern cultural context, adaptation of this art form in a modern cultural context, popularized it in not only in the country but at the global level. And various government initiatives were also taken up to revive it and also make it globally known. But every art form, every field has its own challenges. So, the modern performances increasingly address gender issues which were not a matter in the previous times with such gravity. So, modern performances increasingly address gender issues using Bharatnatyam to explore themes of empowerment, identity and societal challenges faced by women today. They also modified and adapted new stories, new themes to cover the themes of equality, empowerment, identity construction, representation and various other challenges which are faced by women today are taken up on stage artistically. Global exposure has also promoted a re-evaluation of gender roles within Bharatnatyam, leading to innovative interpretations that blend traditional elements with contemporary gender dialogues, thus appealing to diverse audience. So, many a times when global exposure is taking place, it also invites audience of a different cultural, different ethnic audience of different culture and ethnicity having different mindsets. So, it also invites criticism that helped as a feedback to these troops, to these artists to modify and adapt the performance, the script, the storytelling and the themes that they are covering according to the modern sensibility, which brought the idea, which brought such concepts as identity, equality, empowerment, representation and such current discourses were taken up artistically through this performance at the global level. Keeping the art form relevant to younger generation is very crucial, which was understood by these artists. So, engaging contemporary themes while respecting traditional narratives is a delicate balance which is maintained by engaging contemporary themes while respecting traditional narratives is a delicate balance that these artists have maintained. But there is also a risk of dilution due to entertainment based performances. In this global competitive world, the scenario is changing at a fast pace, where there are various other mediums of entertainments as well. The media exposure, the growth of cinema and other forms are a kind of hindrance, obstacle to keep up these old art form alive, the traditional art form alive, where in those art form, in cinematic art form, where we see that entertainment is more important, in such scenario, keeping up a traditional form alive is a challenge, which is taken up by great artists with utmost sincerity. So, we discussed about the origin of Bharatnatyam that comes from Devdasi Pratha, where we saw that these temple dancers were steeped in spiritual and cultural significance, reflecting women's role in religion and community life. The role of women in religion and community life was irreplaceable in the times when Bharatnatyam as an art form began. These Devdasis were treated with respect as they were considered as married to the deity, and the whole life was dedicated at the service of the god. That's why they had respect in the society. But later on, there are such representations where stories came up, certain issues came up. It was mentioned that these Devdasis are also associated with their patrons and chief priest, that created a completely different interpretation, suggesting that Devdasis Pratha are also associated with the prostitution. They were fallen from their status and they were disrespected in the society, taken up as not a respectable woman, but a woman associated with other men. Especially it happened during colonial period, where Britishers failed to understand the tradition and custom of India, which is ancient and unique, not known and understood by Victorian standards. It cannot be measured on Victorian standards. Later on in 20th century, it was revived and many artists contributed to it that standardized and made this art form a respectable one. So, in the 20th century, Bharatanatyam experienced a revival led by female artists who redefined the dance as a respected art form, shifting perceptions about women's role in performance and society. It is very sad, but a reality where we see that when a male artist performs any dance form, any theatrical form, he is considered as a performer. But when a female artist performs, she becomes a female first and performer later. And her biological identity becomes a matter of talk. She being a female and then a public artist, she being a female and performing on stage, which is a public art, she being an artist and performing on stage in public comes under question. That it is an assumption that a respectable woman never comes out, never steps out from her house and performs on stage. So, her morality is questioned, her character comes under question, which has been problematized later on by many feminist scholars, and many feminist scholars saying that this conception, this gender binary has to be broken, where an artist must be considered as an artist, whether he is female or whether he is a male, whether he is a male or a female or a person of a third gender. His art should be a concern, his performance should be a matter of concern, a discussion, and that should be talked about and not his biological identity. So, we also see the introduction of male performers in the late 20th century who challenged the traditional gender norms, allowing for a broader representation of gender expression within the dance. Another taboo has been existing here, where we see that the male performers were hardly visible in Bharatanatyam. But in 20th century specifically, male performers started getting trained and taking interest to become a Bharatanatyam artist. That breaks another taboo that a male artist or a man cannot be a Bharatanatyam artist. So, it breaks another taboo that this could also be a profession that men can join. Men are not only meant for certain stereotypical roles or professions which are decided by the society, for example, technical and scientific field. If a man is interested in an art form, in dance, he could be part of it and he should not be stopped to be a part of it. This we have also discussed in one of the plays written by Mahesh Dattani, Dance Like a Man, in which this particular idea how a man performing a dance form has been a taboo is discussed in detail. So, the male performers were specifically introduced in 20th century who challenged further the traditional gender norms, and they further broaden the representation of gender, where art becomes the primary and gender is secondary or not an important concern, and art is celebrated, the performance is celebrated rather than gender concern becomes a matter. Thank you so much.